All right, this is very interesting from Lewis.
Are you surprised by that gap to Mercedes, and do you think you can take advantage at the start tomorrow? Because your starts seem to have been phenomenal in the practices we've seen.
I think what's clear is that they didn't show the engine power through any of the practice because there's the whole talk of compression ratio, and they've obviously done a really solid job with their engine, which we have as well. But it would be interesting to. I want to understand why it's like 0.2 or more just through power per sector, and so if it is a compression thing, I want to understand why the FIA haven't done anything and what's being done to rectify it. But if it's not and it's just pure pet, then we have to do a better job.
He said it perfectly. Look, maybe this isn't the compression ratio. Maybe Mercedes are just a beast, and if that's the case, Ferrari and every team need to do a better job. But if this is through the compression ratio, something needs to be done about it, because how that is outside the rules, aka loophole, aka out of the rules, and was allowed by the FIA, and now it's going to affect the sport negatively and give Mercedes an advantage. Like, yikes, man, yikes. But yeah, it's so funny that we're already hearing about the compression ratio straight away. Hey, it's Drivers Parade live on the F1 YouTube channel. It will be in 27 minutes, so stick around. All right, what else we got in YouTube, in Discord? I don't know how that Merc is legal, says Elbon. Wait, is that a real radio? Wait, he's using a Merc engine though. What the fuck? Just get better. The reason behind Max's crash was a software issue, causing too much battery regeneration. It is said to be an easy fix per Weshe, and he says Max would be 0.3 seconds behind Mercedes without a crash. If that's the case, then maybe the season is back on. Maybe the season is back on. Wait, so George Russell took a new PU and energy system? Huh? Xavier, risky athlete, Omeril. Thinking else that follows. F1's 2026 outro. Wait, there's an outro?
Is this the World Champion Hotline?
Let's go.
Action.
It's got my name, dude. That's dope.
Did
Fuck?
you miss us? We're back.
We're back.
To whom it may concern, I'm back.
Thinking of Formula One.
Think again.
Everything has changed.
New rules, new modes.
New opportunities. A new era.
It's good to be back.
That was nice. 10 teams.
11 teams.
You don't make me sound dumb here, right?
24 races.
Ah,
Are you ready? The season starts now.
It's all to drive for.
that was goofy as fuck. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Drift kart challenge. We gotta watch this at some point.
What?
Maybe we'll see if we have time. I don't think we will. Double Q3 finish for the V-Car boys. We love to see it. We love to see it. Qualifying head-to-head. Isaac 1, Max 0. Day 3 of the Australian Grand Prix had an estimated attendance of 134,000. Our second highest Saturday crowd on record. Damn, we lacking. Why did we lack on Saturday, huh? Mercedes has been fined 7,500 euros for an unsafe release. That's nothing. Max about Mercedes. Let me tell you something. Wait for Melbourne and suddenly you'll see how much power they have. I already know. He was right. He was right. We've come from the best cars ever and the nicest to drive to probably the worst, says Lando. But I thought you weren't allowed to complain. Don't think I've ever. We saw that press conference. I love this audio, bro. I love this audio so much.
All pushed off track there, Lynn Falcon. Oh my fucking god! He's absolutely fucked him! What the fuck?
The original for this is hilarious. It's fucking Fortnite racing.
Falcon Strix going side by side here, as all pushed off track there, Lynn Falcon. Oh my fucking god! He's absolutely fucked him! What the fuck? Falcon Strix going side by side.
Wait,
here.
is it the Fortnite? Wait, is this the original? Wait, what's the original? Is this which one's the original?
Falcon Strix going side by side here, as all pushed off track there, Lynn Falcon. Oh my fucking god!
Wait, is this the real one?
They fucked him! What the fuck?
We need this audio for every single fucking F1 crash, bro. It's so
All
good.
pushed off track there, Lynn Falcon. Oh my fucking god! He's absolutely fucked him! What the fuck? All pushed
Yeah, fuck F1 kids. We need F1. We need F1 after dark commentary. Holy crap. It's too good. It's too good. What's Tommy got to say?
It's not a super thing. It's an absolute disgrace.
I did not see anything to really break down what I was watching. You have to respect that most people tune in for when quali starts, and I didn't really see anything apart from a little text that came up occasionally. What is active aero? And then a little explanation.
No. So I'm not disagreeing with Matt. Fuck active aero. Fuck the terminology. Fuck straight mode. Fuck talking about it. I'm sorry. We do not need to confuse casual fans, even experienced fans. It took me way too long to figure it out. Straight mode is now a feature of the cars that happens every lap, right? To me, straight mode... No, it's not even to me. It's a fact. Straight mode is literally a system that exists in the car for every driver at all times, right? Just like steering, just like braking, just like throttle. Whenever we go on a straight, woo, flaps open up, less downforce, car moves quick down the straights, right? Why do we need to have terminology and, oh, he's just activated active aero mode? You don't watch Formula 1 and the commentators don't go, okay, and he's just turned into turn 4, and he's just turned into turn 5, and he's just got it on the throttle, and he's just broken. He's just hit the brakes. No. So why are we talking about straight mode so much? Literally, it does not matter. It does not matter. The flaps open up, you get less downforce. Why is F1 spending so much time trying to educate viewers on straight mode? Literally, the flaps just open up. It's not that big of a deal. It literally just becomes so confusing with the ERS modes. We don't need to talk about it. It's just a part of the car. It's just a part of the car. Just like when the hazard lights turn on. Just like when, just please, like, it's confusing people because I think people think it's like DRS where you activate it, like, and when you're within a second of car and blah blah.
If
Anyways.
I was someone that... What is active aero? And then a little explanation. If I was someone that was a casual tuning in, I would have no idea what was going on.
It's a very good point. And I think a lot of people will probably be watching that going, why on earth are they slowing down on a straight and things like that? I mean, calling super clipping like it's a super thing. It's not a super thing. It's an absolute disgrace, to be honest. It's awful. It's ruined the onboards for me because I don't like watching the onboards of a car going through what used to be one of the most awesome chicanes in the whole calendar, slowing down. It's a terrible watch. Didn't feel like qualifying. It's not a super thing. It's an absolute disgrace.
I agree, and I'll even go further and add I love these cars. I love how they look. I think the sound is better. Yeah, you could argue they could sound even better, but still, it's a step up. I like how they sound. I like the way they race. I mean, we haven't seen a race yet, but I love how nimble they are, how they turn around corners. But the battery management is so fucking poo. I know we've only had one qualifying. We haven't even had a race yet. But qualifying is so fucking poo. It genuinely felt like the best way to describe what it felt like I was watching yesterday, it felt like I was watching an F1 manager session where the cars kind of dart around all over the place and they slow down and they speed up in different corners and shit like that. Like, literal clanker AI battery management championship. My least favorite thing was how you'd go into sector 1 and Leclerc would be up 2/10, and then by sector 2 he's lost 4/10, and then someone's 4/10 quicker in sector 3. Like, how is there 4/10 difference between sectors because of where you choose to dump your battery? It's fucking ridiculous. Not to mention the amount of problems we had. Max had a problem. Lando had a battery problem. Bortoleto problem. Hulk problem. Signs didn't come out the garage. There's so many problems. And obviously, yes, reliability has always been a thing in Formula 1. Fuck, we used to have, like, no cars finish the race back in the day. That's a part of Formula 1. But it kind of gets to a point where, like, it's not even to do with the teams. It's just, like, an inconsistent, like, system that's being used. And what's the other thing I wanted to say about quali yesterday? Oh, yeah, that's not even talking about the 8 tenths from Merck. And then fucking Merck just dunking 8 tenths on top is just dumb. What was I going to say? Yeah, honestly, yesterday's qualifying was disappointing. I thought it was entertaining from oh, this is new. There's a lot to learn. New teams, new grid, new pecking order. This is fun. But that's only going to last 6 to 8 races before we don't give a fuck about it. Doesn't feel fresh anymore. And we need to look at how good these cars are. And right now, everything about these cars is good except for the battery. And I don't know how they're going to fix that, but it needs fixing because it is a disgrace to watch a car go 250 kilometers an hour through a chicane instead of 350 Ks like they should be doing at one of the longest straights on the calendar. Yeah, I do not want to be watching F1 Manager fucking clanker sessions anymore, but I really don't know how they are gonna fix that, to be honest, but we'll see. Definitely they will focus on George for the title. I think they'll want to develop Kimi's consistency. I mean, yeah, Kimi did not show great it didn't have a great showing yesterday. Love the cars too, just like the stupid energy limitations. Wait, I didn't even talk about what Matt and Tommy were talking about, which is the graphics for the fans. Again, been off straight mode. We do not need to talk about straight mode. Straight mode is a system in the car that every car gets, and no, we don't need to talk about it. Don't confuse fans. Don't even talk about straight mode. Straight mode is just a system that happens on the cars automatically. Shut up. Stop talking about it. In terms of the battery, yeah, there was no, like, I had no clue what was happening. All I'm seeing is, oh, this driver's got 4 tenths up. This driver's got 4 tenths down. They need to display that somehow. Otherwise, you're going into qualifying and you could literally, genuinely fall asleep. Like I'm not even kidding. You could fall asleep for the first 2 sectors and wake up on the last corner and then watch. Because if you watch an onboard of a driver and they miss an apex slightly, well, it doesn't matter because they'll just make up that time by dumping 4 tenths on the fucking battery down the straight anyway. Like, honestly, it generally feels like the skill gap in F1 has gone to a degree, and it's just weird. It's just weird to watch. Anyways, moving on. That's my rant about F1 and the regs. But I don't know. I want to stay positive, but I think the thing is, right, is it's like, I don't know. It's, yeah. Anyways, moving on. What's Lando got to say? We've got 15 minutes till the build-up starts, by the way, guys.
The amount of issues we've had through FP1, FP2, FP3, I just never got up to speed, never did enough laps, and the more laps you do, the better it is for me to figure out how to drive this thing, and the more laps you do, the better the engine works. The amount of issues.
Imagine we showed up to the first race of the season and that's what it looked like. Imagine that's what it looked like. How hyped that would have been. I mean, it still doesn't solve the problem of how poo these cars are. But that just makes it worse. At least if this was the case, we could sit here and be like, the cars look better, they drive better, they don't drive better, they're more nimble, they sound better. Hopefully we get better racing today. We get better racing, and the championship's tight. Woo! Nope. Instead, we've got a team that cheated. Again, I'm not accusing Mercedes of cheating, but FIA allowed them to cheat, essentially. And they're dominating by 8 tenths. What a joke. What a fucking joke. Aston Martin's mechanics since yesterday.
Yassine, pousse-toi, il va pas le stagiaire. Pousse-toi. Attends, il y a de la musique stagiaire, danse, danse.
The fuck, bro? Toto's saying they weren't sandbagging. Shut up. Shut up. I'm already sick of Merc. We already got to the first race yet, and I'm already sick of Merc playing the... They're doing the McLaren route of acting like they're not good. Everyone will say that they weren't sandbagging or that they was much more in the pocket. You can't really sandbag, or at least we can't do that because you never knew where the car is. Shut up. 2026 will be my year. Charles Leclerc liked. Ferrari and their rear wing produces lift. Oh, bro. Williams during the winter break. Okay, bro. Okay. Close your eyes and think of Verstappen. You can see the overtake at WW21. Think of Hamilton. You can see his rookie season, his dominance. Think of Prost, Senna, Schumacher, and your endless moments and stories. Now close your eyes and think of George Russell. Nothing. I feel like the new circuits confirmed are going to low kilometer high amount of laps. What's up, Almac? This should carry on the speed. Wait, what the fuck's happened to my chat? The fuck? What's happened? Development war could keep Red Bull in late season. Yeah, hopefully. And especially now that they moved this thing forward to June, but yeah. Does anyone know when the Drivers' Parade is on UK time? It should be in 10 minutes, but I don't know why it's not on the YouTube channel yet. How do they cheat? Can you explain? So for the people who don't know what's happening with the whole cheating compression ratio stuff, to try explain it in layman's terms, basically, Mercedes went to the FIA and said, hey, we've found this thing that we can do with our engine. Are we allowed to do it? And the FIA said, yeah. Mercedes then did it, built their engine the certain way. Basically, what happens is they made the materials a certain way so that when the engine runs, it expands the engine, gets more performance out of the engine. But then when the FIA tests it, it's within the rules. But when it's hot and running in the car, it's outside the rules. And Mercedes developed their engine. The other teams caught wind of this within a couple months before the season started. And the FIA were kind of put in this position of, well, if we say Mercedes can't use this engine, we basically led them down the wrong route, and they have to kind of restart their engine from scratch. But if we allow them to use it, then they're going to have an unfair advantage that the other teams weren't allowed to do, essentially, because they were following the rules. Now, it's a weird one because I'm very much a pro loophole. I'm very much a pro loophole person. I think if you find a loophole in the rules, such as like DAS, for instance, you should be allowed to use it, because I think if you write the rules a certain way and you're able to work your way around them, I think that's fun and a part of Formula 1's engineering. My problem here is Formula 1 left the compression ratio at 16:1 because they wanted to encourage Cadillac and Audi and other manufacturers to enter the grid. Audi specifically entered Formula 1 because of the way the engine rules were. So this loophole essentially pushes the engines outside of the world that Audi wanted to enter into. And that is the problem with this, is I see a lot of you in chat being like, that's smart, that's smart. It's extremely fucking smart from Mercedes. And I'm not calling Mercedes cheaters at all. I don't think Mercedes cheated. They were given permission by the FIA. My problem is that this loophole is detrimental to the sport. And FIA have put themselves in a position where if they let Mercedes continue this, it leads the engines down a way that they didn't initially plan for. And if they tell Mercedes, hey, you can't use this engine, then they basically led Mercedes down the wrong route for all this time, and it fucks all the Mercedes over. I'm not going to lie, seeing how dominant Mercedes is, again, just like Lewis Hamilton said, we don't know if they're strong because of the compression ratio or if they're strong because Mercedes is goated. I'm kind of leaning more towards Mercedes just being goated, because the fact that they're the only Mercedes team this far up shows to me that it's more than just the engine. It shows to me that it's the car as a whole. Because, put it this way, if it was Mercedes, McLaren, Alpine, Williams, 1, 2, 3, 4, 100% it's the engine. Bye-bye. Slam dunk. FIA fucked up. With it only being Mercedes good, it makes me think, okay, maybe it is a little bit compression ratio, but also Mercedes as a whole. Yeah. Anyways, my point is, after seeing how good Mercedes was yesterday, my problem is if they knew this, if the FIA knew how strong this would make the Mercedes, why would they sacrifice the sport, sacrifice the competitive nature, sacrifice the engine regulations, and sacrifice the entertainment because of a little fuck up, or actually a big fuck up? I'm sorry, I think like as much as it would suck for Mercedes, they should have hindered Mercedes' performance and season over what we have now. Like, I would have rather have sat here and gone, fuck, I feel bad for Mercedes. The FIA fucked them over. They led them down the wrong route. That really sucks for Mercedes that they have to start from scratch with their engine or figure out a workaround with their engine. Then sitting here now, and the engine's going down the wrong route, potentially 6 months of one team dominating. But yeah, again, I don't actually think Mercedes is purely strong because of the compression ratio. Who knows? But like, where's McLaren? Where's McLaren? Anyway, that's my rant. It's so interesting though. I mean, there's more problems than just the compression ratio. These cars seem to have a lot more problems than that. Why didn't you change front wing? Because we don't have one. How do you rate your weekend so far? 1 out of 10 or 20 out of 20? Will, boxer slap on this in-lap. Just think about how much... Wait, we read that. Oscar on how he had to drive today. Lyco 3 times a lap. Had 2 super clips through the lap. In some corners, we've got effectively 450 horsepower less. Massive challenge to get your head around. There's fundamental things that won't be easy to fix. I don't know what we do about that. Yikes. Lando Norris was busy looking at his steering wheel to see the debris he hit during qualifying. That's also the problem. You have to look at the steering wheel every 3 seconds to see what's going to happen. Otherwise, you're going to end up off track. It's why I don't see the debris. I have to look at the speed I'm going to get at the end of the straight and know if I need a brake 30 meters earlier or 10 meters later. Yikes, bro. Yikes. We'll continue scrolling Discord later. These regulations are shit. 5 minutes till the build-up starts, guys. Auto Racer suggests Mercedes might have a 45 kilowatt deployment advantage with their 2026 power unit. That likely reflects better energy management and hybrid efficiency, not simply a giant horsepower lead. In 2026, the game is about usable energy, not just peak power. If Mercedes can sustain electric development longer than rivals, that advantage could translate directly into lap time. Dorian Pan's 2026 predictions. Champion, Alicia. Team's title, Prema. Biggest surprise, Lisa. Top rookie, Peyton Westcott. Abby Pullinger says Alicia for champ. Team's title, Roden. Biggest surprise, Alice Stevens. Top rookie, Lisa Billard. And Alice Powell says Alicia Pamelski. Down to all got Alicia for champ. Team's title, Roden. Biggest surprise, the rookies. What? And top rookie, Megan Bruce. We'll see if they if they're right. Blood was told to go on a flying lap. Blood took it seriously. That was funny. Yo, Bella Stanner. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Hell yeah. W's in chat for Bella. Really do appreciate you supporting. Thank you so much. If you got a sub for Bella, be sure to say thank you. Dr. Leog, Skippy Bush, Fresh Dumb, Hidden, Hunter, Miri, Xavier, Risky Athletic. Thank you guys all for the follows. Guys, it's almost time for the first build-up of the year. If you're watching on YouTube right now, come join us on Twitch. After this build-up ends, we will be staying live on Twitch to watch highlights and races leading on up into the race today. So be sure to join us on Twitch. I will have to end the YouTube stream after this build-up ends. But, man, I can't believe it was got the first build-up of the year. I thought the FIA was going to change the compression testing requirements. Yeah, it's June. June that comes into play. What are you guys saying in chat? I kind of like didn't really read chat during the whole stuff. Soundproof your bedroom and have some respect for your neighbors, mate. Who are you? Who is this guy? Who? Who the fuck is that guy? They have to change by halfway through season. No, so Ferrari and Red Bull can have last race comeback. No, 100%. That's what I mean. I want to stay hopeful. My whole point with my whole round I've been on before is I want to stay hopeful of like this compression ratio thing won't last long. Only until June. Everything else about the reg seems good. The midfield fight seems good. Blah blah blah. The problem is there's a fundamental problem with the regs. Regardless of how close the sport is. Even if we had the tightest championship ever and there was milliseconds between the teams, we're still not watching Formula 1 cars fly through a chicane. We're still not watching Formula 1 cars going full speed. They're clipping. Like, bruh. That shouldn't be happening. Actually, McLaren figure out to maximize the engine to at least get close to Mercedes. Yeah, I don't know how McLaren is so far off. At the very least, we could have Mercedes, McLaren, but I'll stay for the build-up. I'm a ditch for ACC build-up. What's up, Lucifer? How's it going, dude? You think there'll be massive crashes from slipstreaming and then the front runner slowing down because he has no battery? Maybe. I mean, I've almost seen a driver crash into the back of someone twice because they were too busy looking at stuff on their wheel. Yeah, the downshifting is crazy. I'm so pleased it's race day. I hope it will be a decent one, but I have a feeling Merc are going to just sail away. I mean, it's going to be a very interesting race. I'm predicting 7 retirements. Hate the engines. Love the aero and chassis changes, though. How does clipping happen? The battery gets drained and there's not enough battery for the rest of the straight. The engine relies on the battery being used, and once the battery is dumped, it just falls off rather than maintaining speed. If this clipping bullshit wasn't happening, do you think drivers would be able to compete with Merc loophole? To be honest, maybe Merc would be even stronger. Maybe. Because Merc is so quick on the straights. So if they had more battery, they'd be even stronger probably. Yo, Mr... why can't I read your name? Oh, what the fuck? Why is it open it? Mr. Swede, thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate that, dude. How do I think Max is going to do today? I have a really good feeling about Max. Build up time! First build-up of the year. Guys, if you're new to the stream, 2 hours before every single race, F1 do a build-up and drivers parade live on their channel, free to watch, and we watch it every single race. So join me 2 hours before every single race on YouTube and Twitch to watch it. Every driver's parade is different. Sometimes we get individual cars. Sometimes we get the truck and interviews. Sometimes we get some fun ones like the Lego and the mini car race. Oh, pre-season photo. That's right. First race photo. Erky, Beefy, Windshot, Bisjop. Thank you guys for the follows. We're so back, baby. We're so back. Mercedes may smoke the whole field tonight. Going to be a fun one, I think. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of retirements as well. Fever, thank you so much for the 66-month resub, dude. Appreciate you coming with the tier 1, man. So much Audi merch in the stands. Thank you, Fever. I really do appreciate the 66 months. Damn, you got the 5.5 year badge. I'm gonna need to get new badges soon. Yeah, thank you so much, dude. I really do appreciate support it. I'm assuming you're gonna be watching today. It's actually a good time for you. Are you Kiwi? I grew up in New Zealand. I think the poll for the race should be who gets third. Yeah, but also with the amount of reliability issues and the unknown of today's race, like, I don't think it's as clear-cut for a Russell win as you may think. Could be like Austria 2020. Yeah, exactly. There's rustiness from the drivers as well. Is this grid going to stay the same the whole year, guys? Is this grid going to stay the same the whole year? You don't think so? Who's leaving? Oh, I didn't know that. That's why Albert Lindblad went to New Zealand last year to race the TRS to get his super license up. Why are the Australian colours green and yellow? Green and gold, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure why, to be honest. I think it's just because, like, blue and red is, like, British. So we wanted something different. Red Bull shirt, Red Bull hat with a McLaren flag. Interesting. Outstanding Marshall Award. How come no one talked about Lindblad? Yeah, I think VCarb, Lindblad, and Liam kind of went under the radar yesterday because everyone was talking about the issues with the team, with the cars and whatnot, and the front of the field. All right, so we got a driver's parade where the drivers aren't driving, but they're in individual cars. I want the truck, man. I prefer the interviews. The interviews are way better. Bro, one of them has to sit in the back. That's kind of funky.
Well, George, that was a fair dinkum lap yesterday, wasn't it?
Fair
Just
dinkum,
insane.
bro.
The first pole sitter of the season. I want to know, did you sleep like a baby last night, or were you going over and over the race strategy in your head?
No, I slept well last night. A good night's sleep. It was a really great day. Car was performing really well. The engine was great too. So I think we're just excited for the race this afternoon, but we don't know what to expect.
Well, you got some Ferraris behind you, some McLarens as well. You got your young teammate right next to you. So who's going to be the biggest threat to victory today?
Well, I think Ferrari can start anywhere in the top 10 and they'll probably be leading by turn 1. So we need to keep our eyes out for them. They're a rocket off the line. But we don't know. I'm sure Kimi's going to be fast. Hajar did a great job for Ferraris, Oscar as well. So let's see.
Best of luck,
Thanks
mate.
so much. Cheers.
Charles, lining up on the second row today. You've got the Mercedes in front of you and the Red Bull of Isaac, but we've seen some rapid race starts in practice. How much of an advantage might that be today?
Honestly, I think when Mercedes in their optimal window of the engine for the start, I don't expect big differences, but for sure we are maybe a little bit more robust. But I don't want to speak too soon. Let's see in some time to see how we get
race
off
start's
that grid.
gonna be
but,
so interesting.
Yeah,
I feel like we're
Mercedes
gonna get
seems
some
to be quite a
carnage.
step ahead. I just hope we can make their life difficult in the first few laps.
Thank you, Charles. Lewis, coming to you now, you've spoken very positively about the progress that the team have made this year and how excited you are to get out there. How much are you looking forward to finally racing these cars?
I'm mega excited, and I'm so happy to see everyone. Good day, everybody.
You're the man.
I don't really have a good Australian accent, but I love being out here, and we've got such a great crowd. So I really hope. I mean, it's exciting. It's the first race, best place for us to have the first race as well. So
best fans.
Thank you both.
Oscar stand popping off with the green and gold.
Well, Kimi, quite an eventful day for you yesterday, but you're starting on the front row. How are you feeling? How are the confidence levels heading into this first race of the season?
Yeah, I'm very excited. Looking forward to the race. I mean, racing in front of this amazing crowd is unbelievable. So, yeah, really looking forward. Car pace is good. Obviously, yesterday was a bit more stressful, but yeah, still on the front row. So, looking forward to it.
And no doubt your mechanics will be cheering you all the way, and you probably owe
He's
them a
back started
trophy
from
at
the
the
pit.
end of it.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that's
they did
smart
an
thing to
incredible
do.
job. They were the heroes yesterday. So, hopefully, I can I can do a really good race for them today.
Enjoy it in front of this massive crowd. They love you.
Thank you so much, Australia. Thank you.
No, thank you, Kimi.
Lando, a little bit of a slow start here on the driver's parade, but you're obviously going to be hoping for better in the race today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I certainly hope for better than this in the race. No, I feel good. Nice. It's first race of the year. Oh, we're going. Yeah, I'll see you
They
later.
need a push?
Cheers.
At least Ariana's in flats. Damn, look at the Aussie crowd. Sold out Australian crowd. No way they're broken down. Oh. Did they break down? What's happening? Listen to the Aussie crowd, man. This is what every F1 race should feel like. Banging crowd. Banging vibes. Look, every single fucking building is packed 2 hours before the race. Look at it. The Red Bull Energy Station's down on this corner here. Oh no, sorry, we just went past it. In 2022, I watched from turn 1. Why are they going so? No way they're actually going this slow. I mean, more build up for us to watch, but this seems abnormally slow right now. Even the drivers parade is slow. 20-minute lap. Well, normally it takes 20 minutes. Normally the build-up is to 20 minutes. This feels like it's going to be like 40 minutes at this rate. We met the Lego car. I reckon they'll do another Lego race this year. They got to. Maybe we get a Kit Kat chocolate car race. Adamus, Nepatul, Solissima, Solisma, Adenil. Thank you guys for the follows. I'm gonna make the batteries large. Yeah, true. They're just harvesting right now, guys. They're harvesting. Bro, I don't care about these random folk in the crowd. Show the drivers, man. Yo, Guzzy's wearing an Oz cricket shirt. Respect, respect. Oh my god, mute that guy. Thank you for the 69. Is that Canadian dollars? What the fuck? Super chat. That is insane. Is this the famous Ponden from Drive to Survive show? First time watching your content. Cheers, mate. Bro, that is very kind of you. That's very generous. Thank you so much, man. It is the man from Netflix, from Drive to Survive. Netflix star. I even added to the panel below the stream. We had to. But yeah, appreciate you watching for the first time, dude. That guy. Thank you so much for supporting, dude. That is way too kind. W's in chat for mute that guy. Definitely don't mute him though. I'm glad it's overcast for the crowd. I remember being there in 2022, 30 degrees, sunburnt for the next 2 weeks. It's not fun. Malik, save for the follow. Honestly, OzGP, best Grand Prix on the calendar. Track maybe could be a little bit better, but in terms of a crowd fan attending, best Grand Prix on the calendar. The only bad thing about it is the time zones. But if you're at the track, you don't care. Any chance of rain? No, I don't think so. They have the 69 bits best do. Why are people so surprised about the Audi engine? I think just because it's their first time in Formula 1 and like notoriously new teams, new engines in F1 suck. I mean, look at Honda. How fucking poo they are having to start from scratch, and Audi have done really well starting from scratch. But yeah, I mean, obviously with Audi's experience in other motorsports, it's not surprising, but it still deserves props. It's 4 a.m. here in South Africa. Damn. I respect the grind. It is 2 a.m. for me. It's funny though, seeing all the European fans complain with the start times for Asian racing when everyone in Asia has to do every race, yeah. But it's more that it's the first race of the season. I really think when 60% of your audience is European, you shouldn't be hosting the first race at a time where 60% of your audience can't watch or it's really difficult to watch. I really think Bahrain and Saudi need to be opening doubleheader of the season. And then Australia, China, Japan would be a beautiful triple header, or like 3 races after the season starts. But I really think Bahrain is the perfect season opener in my opinion, because it's what, 2 p.m. UK time, like 11 p.m. Australian time, 6 a.m. American time. Like it kind of hits every time zone. Like, I mean, it hits Europe, the majority audience, perfectly. It hits America not too bad. Like you can just wake up in the morning. It's not 4 a.m. like we have to deal with right now. It's 6 a.m. And then Australia, you can stay up late. It's not too bad. I guess late on a Sunday isn't great, but still. Hadj is wearing a DJI around his neck. I don't remember having to stay up that late though, CG, for Bahrain. Oh yeah, New Zealand can never watch an F1 Grand Prix. Where's the Japan /AU / Vegas for US fans? It's weird that Vegas is one of the worst for US fans because it's so late. BDJ08, thank you guys for the follows. Okay, this is genuinely going to be the slowest fucking drivers parade ever. More content for us though. Oh yeah, happy International Women's Day, everyone. Shout out all the ladies in the chat. Yeah, the Lego cars were actually faster than this. I never knew Audi would have a safety car. Wait, is there an Audi at the front?
Romania, Singapore, Sri Lanka, the UAE, UK, USA, Uzbekistan, and Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are assisting us in making this Grand Prix a great success and working away tirelessly in those wee hours, we greatly appreciate what you're doing for us. Thank you.
Wait, now the McLaren boys are on separate cars. This is a bit of a weird driver's parade because they're going so slow. I prefer the truck, man. Having interviews is so much better. If you push Melbourne F1 later down the calendar, you have to worry about Melbourne winter. Yeah. But again, 3rd, 4th, 5th race wouldn't be bad. Why McLaren have 2 cars? Because Piastri needs to get out and do his fan grandstand interview shit. Max loves a pit lane to podium. First driver to go 22nd to X position. We've got Sting Energy sponsors around the track now. Has anyone tried Sting Energy? What do we think? For people who don't know, F1 signed a deal with PepsiCo last year, which means the F1 Sprint is now called the Gatorade F1 Sprint. We've obviously got a partnership with Doritos. And then Sting Energy is also a sponsor of F1 now. They're all owned by PepsiCo. Also, it looks like Salesforce is mixing up their branding around the track. We've got Slack sponsoring, Slack branding around the track this year instead of Salesforce. Who uses Slack? Gross, never tried it. Do you think Bahrain would be a good first race? I think Bahrain would be the perfect first race. I really like Bahrain as the opening race. We've got him nervous, like it's the first day of school. Whatever happens, I'll support Williams all the way till the end. We'll have cash flow. I don't know, I feel, if I'm being honest, I feel really weird about today. Like, I'm usually super duper hyped for everything and anything Formula One, especially new things. I'm really excited to see how today's race. You know what it is? I think I'm nervous. I think after qualifying yesterday, I'm really nervous that like the race is gonna end and I'm gonna be depressed and I'm just gonna like the consensus of Formula One is gonna be it's shit, the cars are shit, the racing's shit, Merck's dominating, and it's like, as someone who loves the sport, it's gonna suck to have to like deal with your sport not being at its best. But then also as a content creator, you know, it's my job, like my, what's the word? What's the well-being? No, not well-being. What's the word? You know what word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word is. Life revolves around how good Formula One is. So if, yeah, livelihood. If Formula One is shit, like my livelihood is impacted by that. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm just really nervous about today in that sense of like, I've been a content creator making content in F1 space since 2020. And I've seen the Drive to Survive boom. I've seen the COVID boom. I've seen the 2021 championship boom. And I had to endure 2023, 2022 and 2023. And that was rough. And then we came out the other side. 2024, great season. 2025, peak F1 movie, amazing. We've come into this year, so much hype, so much love for the sport. And boom, within 2 weeks, I feel like Max is going to leave. I feel like Lewis is going to leave. I feel like Alonso is going to leave. So as an F1 creator, I'm just like, fuck. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a weird feeling. Like, I really think we're going to have a fun race today. I think we're going to have, chaos. I think we're going to have retirements, which are going to be, you know, get everyone talking. I think we're going to get overtaking. It's going to be fun to watch, but I'm really worried the race is going to end and it's like Merc domination, no driver likes the car, and it's just like, fuck, man. It's like, we're going to have to wait 2 years to get out the other side. But I don't know. Part of me is also like, if it's so bad, I have confidence that F1 will make decisions and changes to fix the cars where it fixes the problem. Compared to 2022 to 2024, where 2022 to 2025 regs, where the cars were but they weren't bad enough to like make major changes. Whereas these cars seem so bad that it might even force F1 into being like, fuck, we're scrapping these. We're scrapping these. And like completely change shit, but I don't know how they're gonna do that, but we'll have to see. I don't know. Either way, I'm excited for today. I think the race start is gonna be fun. Race start is gonna be who's gonna actually start, who's gonna get a quick launch, who's gonna get a slow launch, how many retirements are we gonna get today, who's gonna be good on race pace. Like, I really feel an outsider podium today. I really feel Max Verstappen generational drive today. Like, I don't know, I just have that feeling of like, yeah. How many DNFs? I have predicted on my F1 Predict that there'll be 7 today. I think both Astons, a crash, so 2 crashes, so 4, and then 3 retirements. 3 software, battery, engine issues. Honestly, I would go to say it would probably be more than that. I reckon we'll have 3 crashes because you just tend to have crashes, especially early on in the season. Then plus the 2 Astons, and I reckon we'll get more than 3. I mean, we had this weekend. We've had Williams break down 3 times. We've had McLaren have issues in practice 1. We have had Cadillacs, both their rear fucking mirrors fell off. Max's car software issue. Lindblad broke down in FP1. Bortoletto and Hulkenberg broke down in qualifying. In a 58-lap race, where their engines are turned up to the max, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get like 8+. Three crashes is crazy. I mean, look at old GP last year. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream so far and you're new here, be sure to follow down below. We watch the build up for every single Grand Prix 2 hours before every single race. Stick around after this build-up ends because we're going to be doing our own build-up over on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube right now, come join us on Twitch. We're going to watch the qualifying highlights from yesterday. Why are we looking at the crowd, by the way? We're going to watch the qualifying highlights from yesterday. We're going to watch highlights from previous years. It's going to be good. Listen to the crowd for Oscar, man. I hope Oscar has a good race, but it's not looking great. Where's the Piastri stand? It's here, right? On the left. Sofbury, Larazi, Brown Crayon, Marty Maraschino's, Big Cow, Aveby, 3 miles, thank you guys for the follows. And Marty, thank you so much for the sub, dude. Appreciate you subbing with Prime for the first time. Thank you, man. Look at the crowd standing up from... Is that New Zealand flag? No, it's Australian flag. Yeah, it's nice to see Liam getting so much love this Grand Prix from all the Kiwis. Obviously, Melbourne is the third biggest New Zealand dense city in the world. Obviously, because it's so close to New Zealand. Wait, where's the Piastri stand? He hasn't driven past it yet. Or is it, oh, is it there? Oh, that must be up there. What crowd watching a lot this year? Yeah. Someone should actually keep tally of how many crowd and garage shots we get this year. Yeah, I didn't want to see what was happening on track anyway. What's your thoughts on the Dunn F2 incident earlier? I mean, he's an idiot. Why are you moving under braking on your teammate like that?
Oscar,
there he is.
You grew up listening to the cars ripping around this circuit. You're now a 9-time Formula One Grand Prix winner. And this year, your own Oscar Piastri stand. What does that mean to you ahead of your home GP?
It's awesome. You know, I always love coming back home, but this year's been even more special. So thanks for all the support. It's going to be an interesting race, I think. And I think we've got a bit of potential. So we'll try and do our best and try and put on a good show for you all.
Now you're launching from P5. What are we expecting? What are you hoping for heading down into turn 1?
I'm hoping the top 4 in front of me get bad starts, which is not, you know, that unlikely with how new everything is. But yeah, we'll wait and see what kind of pace we've got. I think we learned a lot from yesterday and a few things we can apply to today already. So we'll see what we can do.
Now, this is a full family affair for you. I've seen your mum, your sisters going down the Melbourne Walk, which is awesome. I saw your grandma. She was in the paddock. Grandma
dropped off
Piastri,
some lamingtons.
how good is that? I want to know, does she give you much advice? And what does she think of this big show?
Her advice is don't crash, as all good brotherly advice is. But no, it's always nice to race at home and in front of so many fans and family as well. So I'm looking forward to it.
Give it up for Oscar Piastri, your hometown hero, everyone.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone.
Cute Husky, Fire Andrew, thank you guys for following. Were you watching this? This is streamed for free on YouTube. Goofy pick. Yeah, so they've painted all the fencing black at OzGP. It's way easier to see through on the eyes. Every track needs to do that. The Australian GP curse will happen again. What do you guys think? I mean, he's not starting in a great spot. All right, guys, that wraps up the build-up and drivers parade. Thank you all for joining. Now, the stream is not over. We're going to be staying live on Twitch. So if you're watching on YouTube, come join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ponden. The stream is going to continue. We're going to be watching the race highlights from previous years. We're going to be watching the qualifying highlights from yesterday and just discussing everything that is happening leading on up to the race in an hour and 30 minutes time. Evanuel, Lovin TG, thank you guys for the follows. All right, we're gonna get into watching the qualifying highlights from yesterday. First, we'll scroll a few things in Discord. Check the weather. I think the weather's gonna be fine. What? Someone maybe with more weather knowledge can have a look and tell me. All right, before we continue on with quali, before we move on to quali, let's just finish scrolling Discord, have a look at all the news. What we got? Former world champion. Note: once a world champion, always a world champion. Journalists take notes. Former world champion. I agree. Oh my god. Why is it always the Pures sound, bro? It's always the Pures sound. Bronco Man, thank you so much for the sub, dude. Appreciate you coming to the Prime. Thank you for subbing for 2 months. Really do appreciate that. Bro's card literally turned to Lego. Still watching in Europe. Dick moved to spoil this one. It's insanely early for us. This guy. Good boy for asking permission. No way leaves being good boy again.
You going to also do it? Are you sure? No, you still get it.
P1 are doing a pop-up tomorrow or tonight or today. Basically 12 hours from now in London if anyone wants to go. Oh no, stream dropping. We back? Okay, that was weird. There's a little blip. I hope that doesn't happen again. Is this the world champion offline? What the fuck? I feel like that's Aiden's work. Toto smiling at the camera. We watched the F1 movie. In one scene, he's standing next to Brad Pitt in the driver lineup when they're singing the national anthem. And so when I spoke to him the next time, I said, I know you've met Brad Pitt. He said, I'm pretty sure I haven't. I go, mate, I saw you. I saw him standing next to you. He goes, yeah, I didn't talk to him though. I said, why not? He goes, what are you going to say to that old guy? What the fuck? It's in the details. Oh, what the fuck? Melbourne, Formula 1, first place. Yeah, I really like the LGP trophy. Antonelli takes out Russell. Hadja wins. Highly likely. Is this photo taken from 24, 25, 26? Next year. I know Mercedes is dominant, but a title fight between these three would be unbelievably peak. 3 extremely talented drivers from 3 different teams, all fighting for their first title. Leclerc, Piastri, Russell. Yeah, that'd be elite. You're going to be watching the LGP. We're going to be doing a watch along for it. How's it going? Huzz up. Battery-powered F1 cars. We really do ruin everything, don't we? Even Mark Goldbridge is joining in on the hate. Super clip. Wait, Chip Ganassi's hating as well? Oh my god. So we've got Mark Goldbridge. Battery-powered F1 cars. We really do ruin everything, don't we? Chip Ganassi Racing. Super clipping. Downshifting on the straights. Battery management. We don't do that here. We race. Honestly, man. I was thinking about this today. I feel like everything in the world has gotten worse. Like, I've spoken about this on stream before, but like, I play Counter-Strike, and it's the best game in the world. Honestly, I would genuinely say top 5 sporting experiences in the world if you get into the Counter-Strike scene. It's so fucking competitive. It's so fucking good. Valve don't care. Valve don't fucking care about the game. They do not care about the game. The game could be so much better. Then you come over to Formula 1. Formula 1 is an amazing sport. They do so much right. And then they just... all they need to do is make the cars smaller and less dirty air and would race better. You know, now you've got fucking shrinkflation in the world. Like everything's just gotten worse. Everything is just led by men in suits making shit decisions for money. And like, I don't remember the last time I've like bought something or done something and I've gone, wow, that is perfect. That is amazing. That was worth my money. Like, everything is always like, are we serious? Like, we're doing that now? Or like, that exists? Or like, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you think of that? Like, don't be wrong. It's hard to get perfectionism. But like, when was the last time a video game released and it was like a 10 out of 10? You know what I mean? as an example. Hope they would just forget the electric power, V8 engines with sustainable fuel. We need a revolution. A revolution? Bloody accountants. Indeed worse. Ram used to be cheap. Formula 1 just released their 2026 opening titles. It's really cool. F1, FOM, and Bernie Ecclestone have ordered to pay $250,000 to cover part of Felipe Massa's legal cost. What the fuck? Alonso's car almost making Q2.
¡No puede ser! ¡Lo veo y no lo creo!
F1 boss hits at Verstappen and Hamilton over rule criticism. It is wrong for the likes of Verstappen and Hamilton to speak negatively about F1. Stefano, I like you, but you need to be careful here. In general terms, to talk bad about an incredible world that is allowing us all to grow, he said, and that's the only thing that I would say is not right. But you know, I always listen with them with prudency. There is an evolution of driving. It means that the best driver will be able to be the fastest. Being reliably informed by a source of mine who has contacts in the FIA that April is set to be a barren month of racing, with Bahrain and Saudi Arabia expected to be cancelled. Ugo this morning winning at F3. Bro is literally real life Slender Man. There is a rat among the F1 drivers who is leaking private information. On Friday, there was a drivers' meeting. The purpose of this meeting was to give drivers a space to openly raise sporting and safety concerns with the F1 and FIA. Yeah. Who do we think it is, guys? Who's the rat? Do you know what? Do you know who it is? I'll tell you who it is. It's all 22 drivers. As soon as that meeting ends, all 22 of them go to their team, go to their managers, goes to their people and talk about vaguely what was talked about in the meeting. And then that trickles down, and that trickles down, and that trickles down, and that trickles down, and then all of a sudden it gets out. That's how it works. That's how the Formula 1 works. Like it's just what happens when you're in the know, when you're in the paddock. Like, it's Chinese whispers, right? I've heard things in the F1 paddock that are either not public or aren't very public, because you just hear it down the train. And like, if I go on stream right now and say something, like, is it true? Is it not? Who knows? I've just heard it from someone. And a lot of these reports that come out about, oh, this person said this, that person said that, like, it is just rumors at the end of the day. And like, if Max, let's just use an example. If George Russell says to his manager something, and then his manager says something to that person says something to their friend, and then that friend says it to someone, and that gets to a journalist, that journalist can't then just say that came from George or George's team. So it's just a rumor at the end of the day. It's like, I don't think it's necessarily a individually rat driver. It's just Chinese whispers at the end of the day. It's just Chinese whispers. And it's how you, yeah, exactly. It's how you interpret the situation as well. Each driver is going to interpret something differently. Yeah. Why is it called Chinese whispers, by the way? Are you streaming the whole race? We'll be doing a watch along, AJ. The three drivers who complained the most about this year's cars at the drivers' briefing: Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, and Lance Stroll. Trouble already. What happened in supercars? F1 says it will introduce new graphics packages on its broadcast to supplement the rules changes for this year, showing things like battery state, and it will have new drone coverage. Well, we didn't see that. We haven't seen half of this stuff. And the big give itself more real estate on screen during races is reducing to single. Wait. Oh, wait. It came out this morning. Okay, so we're going to get mini sectors. Love that. We need that. I mean, we already have that in the sport. We're going to see boost and overtake. But I thought the F1 teams vetoed this. What's the difference here? I don't know what the difference is here. And apparently to get more real estate on screen, we're going to move to single decimal points on the live timings. 4 timings? Oh, 4 at the bottom. I see. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I like that. There's some good additions. Coming to grips with the fact George Russell might be world champ. Guys, you don't want Lando, you don't want George. Who the fuck do you want, man? Who the fuck do you want? Trouble already. What was this?
He's Trout and get back to some form. Racing again for the final time. Even start off the front. Oh, we got drama already. Kai Allen contact with Ryan Wood. Somehow they're still
God, Supercars is such a good series, isn't it?
Covers it off down to the lead here, and there could be more drama indeed as Wood is off.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
He's gone. More damage.
Fuck.
Serious contact for Brock Feeney. You can see the disappointment in the Red Bull Airpole garage.
Poor Feeney, man. Poor Feeney. Supercars is so good, though. Supercars is so good. Ivan Lindblad is wearing the F1 patch. This is what I was talking about yesterday. So, F1... Ivan Lindblad is rocking the F1 debut patch, which will then be put in an F1 card. Oh, this is the second year they're doing it. I thought this was the first year. So this patch will then be given to Topps and put into a Topps card. This card will be shitloads of money. 1 of 1 debut F1 patch. And he's having a good debut so far. So, yeah. Angry Gins for JD Sports. What is this?
Just trying to get the job done, mate. First of all, just because you're world champ, you can't not reply. And second of all, if I'm honest, I would like you to win again. Whether you deserve it or not, we'll see. Just try not to crash as much, and it'll be a lot less tension. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just try.
There we go. There's the photo that we just saw coming out straight away. Okay, we'll continue. Well, we've caught up on Discord now. We'll continue scrolling the rest later. It is time to now get into our own build-up for the race. We've got an hour and 20 minutes. We're going to look at the qualifying highlights from yesterday, and then we're going to look at the best race highlights from previous years. YouTube, I am going to have to end the stream there, unfortunately, as it is copyrighted content that YouTube doesn't let me stream. So, come join us on Twitch if you're watching on YouTube right now. Twitch.tv/Ponden. I will be live on YouTube again for the race watch along when the race starts. But in the meantime, come join us on Twitch. Subscribe down below. YouTube, I'll see you guys later. Come join us on Twitch. I'd like to see you later. Bye-bye.